Today we're going to delve into a story written by Ayn Rand. That's a strange name. Ayn Rand did not believe in dictatorships or socialized communities. She believed that they led to the downfall of all governments, and that's probably because she came out of Russia after it was taken over by the communists. Very interesting character, definitely controversial in her life. I think you'll really enjoy this story. So if you want, read along with me on your PLP, because this is in English 9A and 9B. It's a great story and has a very interesting turn of events. Chapter 1. It is a sin to write this. It is a sin to think no words other think and to put them down upon a paper no others are to see. It is base and evil. It is as if we were speaking alone to no ears but our own. And we know well that there is no transgression blacker than to do or think alone. We have broken the laws. The laws say that men may not write unless the Council of Vocations bid them so. May we be forgiven. But this is not the only sin upon us. We have committed a greater crime, and for this crime there is no name. What punishment awaits us if it be discovered, we know not, for no such crime has come in the memory of men, and there are no laws to provide for it. It is dark here. The flame of the candle stands still in the air. Nothing moves in this tunnel save our hand on the paper. We are alone here under the earth. It is a fearful word, alone. The laws say that none among men may be alone, ever and at any time, for this is the great transgression and the root of all evil. But we have broken many laws, and now there is nothing here save our one body, and it is strange to see only two legs stretched on the ground, and on the wall before us the shadow of our one head. The walls are cracked, and water runs upon them in thin threads without sound, black and glistening as blood. We stole the candle from the larder of the home of the street sweepers. We shall be sentenced to 10 years in the Palace of Corrective Detention, if it be discovered. But this matters not. It matters only that the light is precious, and we should not waste it to write when we need it for that work which is our crime. Nothing matters save the work, our secret, our evil, our precious work. Still we must also write, for may the Council have mercy upon us. We wish to speak for once to no ears but our own. Our name is Equality 72521, as it is written on the iron bracelet, which all men wear on their left wrists with their names upon it. We are 21 years old. We are 6 feet tall, and this is a burden. For there are not many men who are 6 feet tall. Ever have the teachers and the leaders pointed to us and frowned and said, "There is evil in your bones, Equality 72521, for your body has grown beyond the bodies of your brothers. But we cannot change our bones nor our body. We were born with a curse. It has always driven us to thoughts which are forbidden. It has always given us wishes which men may not wish. We know that we are evil, but there is no will in us and no power to resist it. This is our wonder and our secret fear, that we know and do not resist. We strive to be like all our brother men, for all men must be alike. Over the portals of the Palace of the World Council, there are words cut in the marble, which we are required to repeat to ourselves whenever we are tempted. We are one in all and all in one. There are no men, but only the great we. One, indivisible, and forever. We repeat this to ourselves, but it helps us not. Just a side note here, Equality is writing to us, and he's narrating the story. He refers to himself as we instead of I. So if you're a little confused as you're reading it, consider for a moment that ordinarily he would be saying I. But he lives in a society where he's not allowed to use the word I, and so therefore he must refer to himself as a we, but it still is a first-person narrator. These words were cut long ago. There is a green mold in the grooves of the letters and yellow streaks on the marble, which come from more years than men could count. And these words are the truth, for they are written on the palace of the World Council, and the World Council is the body of all truth. Thus has it been ever since the Great Rebirth, and farther back than that no memory can reach. But we must never speak of the times before the Great Rebirth, else we are sentenced to 3 years in the palace of corrective detention. It is only the old ones who whisper about it in the evenings, in the home of the useless. They whisper many strange things, of the towers which rose to the sky in those unmentionable times, and of the wagons which moved without horses, and of the lights which burned without flame. But those times were evil, and those times passed away when men saw the great truth, which is this, that all men are one, and that there is no will save the will of all men together. All men are good and wise. It is only we, equality 72521, we alone who were born with a curse. For we are not like our brothers, and as we look back upon our life, we see that it has ever been thus, and that it has brought us step by step to our last supreme transgression, our crime of crimes hidden here underground. We remember the home of the infants where we lived till we were 5 years old, together with all the children of the city who had been born in the same year. The sleeping halls, they were white and clean and bare of all things save 100 beds. We were just like all our brothers then, save for the one transgression we fought with our brothers. There were a few offenses blacker than to fight with our brothers, at any age and for any cause whatsoever. The council of the home told us so, and of all the children that year, we were locked in the cellar most often.